Welcome back to another video. If you guys haven't noticed, I've been wearing the same shirt these couple past videos, and that's because it's the same day. I'm just making a lot of videos, you know, because I might not have a lot of time during the other days. So I'm just being prepared, you know, scheduling these vids out here. But today we're gonna be checking out a webtoon called The Greatest Estate Developer. And when I tell you this is the most funniest ass webtoon I've ever read, and it's good too, like it's interesting, I mean it, because it's really good. And if you guys haven't like heard about it or checked it out, I highly recommend you guys, and I'll tell you why. Because first of all, look at these faces, bro. Like the facial expressions that the artist does for these are so good. Like bro, what are these menacing ass faces? The facial expression is goated, okay? They do a fantastic job with that. Now as for the story, so let me just give you guys some context of what this webtoon is about, you know? So we basically have our main character over here. He was reading, this is like similar to Shield Hero, like how the Shield Hero gets sucked in, but it's kind of different. Like because in the beginning of the Shield Hero, if any of you guys have watched it, he like reads like a book and then he gets sucked into that book. And in this case, our main character over here, Suho, I think that was his name, back in Earth, like he was reading like a fantasy book, and he gets summoned in to this fantasy book as the, like he gets summoned into his body over here. He gets summoned in as a good for nothing, what do you call, rich, like spoiled brat. But that's not how he actually is, but the character that he gets summoned into it is, and that's how everybody else views him. So he has to work towards like bettering his image, because if he doesn't, then he's not gonna get anywhere in life, like nothing, you know, because no one's gonna respect him. He's not gonna be able to buy like houses because everyone's just gonna price it at like a ridiculous point. And when he gets summoned here, he's expressed as like an alcoholic and a good for nothing, and his family's financial situation is bad because they're getting like pestered into like paying debts and whatnot. So he has to fix that as well, and the way he fixes it is, well, if you look at the title, it's called The Greatest Estate Developer, and from how it sounds, it probably involves building some stuff, you know, construction work, and that's what he does. This is why it's pretty interesting as well. Besides it being like a hilarious ass webtoon, our main character over here, before he got summoned into this world, he was, well, more like sucked into this world rather than summoned, I guess. He was a civil engineering student, so he has like all these strats and whatnot of like the modern world. So he builds those modern like construction homes and whatnot in this like unrefined and like beginner level buildings and whatnot. And basically his technology as far as the practice is obviously whatever this stone age looking like buildings and whatnot. And it gets a bit more interesting. We get dived into like diseases and like the sewer system, because if the sewer system is not good, then like diseases arrive and like pneumonia happens, and like it's shown like what will happen too. He has this power. I don't want to get too much into detail with it, but basically he has this power that can show some of the problems that will happen. Okay, I don't want to say how it shows it or like what kind of power it is, but let's just say he sees some problems that can happen and he fixes them. This is why this is amazing, because it involves our character getting isekai, and his job is an estate developer. He's a construction worker. I just find this interesting because I've never seen anything like this before, you know. MC getting isekai as a construction worker. And if you're thinking like there's no action, oh no, you're wrong. There's like action like everywhere, you know, and it involves buildings and construction too. Man, it's just fucking awesome. I just recommend you guys to go check it out, because I don't want to spoil it too much. But one, it's funny, it's an interesting story. The art gets even better than this, because as you can see, this is only chapter 22. And this is not where I'm at. I've already read like 100+ chapter, you know. I'm just waiting for there to be more chapters so I can read it in bulk. but the art like rises up. It gets even better. The interaction between characters are hilarious and they're funny, and this guy, they're basically like the best interaction between them is basically these two, and the Empress too. You get to meet her at some point, which is fucking amazing. Oh yeah, and they work with orcs as well. Let's not get too much into detail because I don't want to spoil it, but just go check it out. It's an amazing read, and I promise that you guys will not regret it, you know? And if you guys do regret it, then I'm sorry to tell you, but I don't know what you're looking for, because this is amazing. If you like comedy and you like action, and this looks like something that you'd be interested in, you know, a construction worker, I mean, what else could you more ask for? It's amazing, you know? So yeah, also they do get into some more deep stuff, like emotional stuff, but that doesn't happen reoccurringly, because this is usually like a comedy type webtoon. But I highly recommend you guys to at least read like 10 chapters or like 5, you know, because it starts out amazing, okay, and it keeps getting amazing or amazingly, which I don't even know if that's a word, but this is how good it is. It's making me come up with words that don't exist. So that's all I can say for this webtoon, and that's it from me today. So I just go check it out. I'll have a link in the description for you guys to read it. It's from Webtoon, and that's it from me. So see you guys next time. Peace.